David back there? Hey, DP, lot 31 and 74 have not been tagged. And then I don't know if Gossett brought pigs or not, but they have not been tagged either. I don't know where David's at, but. So, okay, very good. That's what I've got. DP and Gossett. You ready? Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. We good? You may keep doing it. Okay, I was enjoying that. Okay, very good. Ben Boble and Todd Byers to the ring, please. Ben Boble and Todd Byers. Ben Boble to the stage, please. Next on stage, Ben Boble. Mike, check. Mike, chickadee check. Mike, check. Mike, check. Yep, go up a little bit. Mike, check. Okay, let's get rolling. Mort's up first. Again, we'll start on the west side and work our way to the east. Mortenson's up first. Hello, Blake Danner. And then we'll work our way that way. So let's get rolling. We're gonna get started. It's 7 o'clock. Want to get him rolling. Hey, Ethan. Hello, Ben. Hello, Riley Price. Danner. Hey, bring me a pen. Hey, Jackie, if you need a sheet, Jackie's got the sheets right here. Hey, Bell, Addie, y'all get a whip. First in will be Mortensen Show Pigs, lot 33, Dark Cross Male, ear notch 26-5, far and wide heavy hitter.
Well, our good friend from Michigan, Brad Mortensen, brings us far and wide the C&C boar there that's at Premium Blend that's sold, I believe, at Kings 1 last year. And the pigs done a really good job siring this year, is what you'd expect from that crew in terms of spread and stoutness. Looks like a pig that could show there in February and March.
Blake, get your pigs to the ring. Hey, just as a reminder to the breeders tonight, I just want to make this announcement. We're a little scarce on kids because of football games and stuff like that, so we won't have as many in the back. So if you could make sure you're at your pens, ready to run your pigs, just go ahead and do that. to get him up here. Danner's up here next. If you're after Danner, get him up here. We got what, 11:58. Okay, so we've got Danner in here next. Lot 11 is the Belted Hog. It's a Pathfinder Surefire. Dan would be the mother of Trusted Process there at Purple Power. Lot 58 is his Berkshire. And he is a Danner 211 special effect. Dan would have been the champion bred and owned Berkshire at Expo 2024. First litter made Hurley's fourth overall D1 gilt at Louisville.
Well, Danner brings us a nice pair here, and I know Blake's been awful proud of this belted one. I saw that one on Snap and Facebook there, and think that's a very neat pig. And in terms of his elevation and his look and presence, combined with some shape and some stoutness, neat kind of pig there from the Danner firm. And then the Berkshire there, obviously backed by some success in terms of what his mom's accomplished and maybe what his granddam did as well. I think a very neat kind of Berkshire pig there. Looks like he feeds very safely into March.
Next in is True. The lot 18 is the one, the white one that Trinity's on. That's a white flag curly. Mother of this pig raised Cut the Cord. Grandma would be a mate to Crickets. And then Bellamy is on the belted one. That would be lot 65, Stone Cold Buckle Up. Mom was a very fun pig to show and was without question the heaviest bone gilt to enter the herd at True.
I talked to Brian there last weekend. I know he didn't make the trip to Texas, and he was excited to bring these to Texas, and a really neat pair from True. The white one being sired by White Flag, the Lindner boar there that's at PBG. I know those pigs have been very well received this time, and then a belted pig that has a lot of big pieces, I guess, from my perspective in terms of bone and stoutness. And I guess a pair, I don't know, Todd, if we want to say this, but a pair that look like they have some size to them. That maybe could be just not March pigs, but maybe get to February. I think a really, really special pair from True.
Next in is our buddy from they're from Indiana, Kilmer, lot 15 and 63. Trinity, the girl in the black shirt, has got lot 15. Both these would be litter mates. Stranglehold, 99 Problems, Godfather. Mother was a litter mate to No Problems at Top Cut.
Well, obviously the Stranglehold still standing deal has been very popular here as we've gone through this sale season, and I think it's pigs like these that are certainly the reason why. I think a very neat pair here from Kilmer's. Those hogs always feed so well, and it's always neat to see how those things mature and as they grow. I think that's a neat pair that combine a lot of very good things in terms of look and presence, combining with some extra shape and muscle, and still got some rib cage laid into them. Very neat pair of potentially Hampshire classifying ones here. From Kilmer.
I want to clarify there. I don't know if I said the right, but that's 15 and 63. Trinity in the black shirts on 15. Brylan here is on 63. Next in is Chad Day Show Pigs, lot 64. This is a pile driver, caught napping, Podna. Notes here says Podna Grandma Sal won multiple jackpots in Louisiana. Same grandma as second place crossbred at San Antonio last year. Comes out of a first litter gilt that's extremely deep.
As we dive into the Chad Day pigs, the black-headed kind of black-hip pig comes out first, and neat pig from Chad. Looks like one that crew raises in terms of feedability. Really pliable, really loose. A pig that's got a neat look. A nice pig from Chad Day and crew.
Next in is 17 and 93. Brylan is on, there in the blue shirt, is on 17. Make sure they're not litter mates. Okay. Brylan's on 17. That's a still standing cotton napping, never before. Out of one of the Cornerstone 86 litter sows that's raised multiple cell makers. And then the other belted one there in the center of the ring is lot 93. That's an all-out 51-2 family tradition. Mother's a full sip, third overall gilt and reserve cross at the 2023 Illinois State Fair.
Another good pair from Chad, and a little different than the pig that came through last. Real boxy build, real stout, short-bodied, and very, very rounded in the rib. I know that I saw their crew rinsing these this morning, and we asked what they were because I thought they had some very outlying pieces. Another awesome pair from Chad Day and crew.
Okay, we've got Stevenson in here next. 3 different litters. Lot 98. Mandy, are you on 98? Mandy's on 41. That would be a far and wide, quite frankly, rock star never before. Dan was a bred from GNS. Her mother would have been reserve overall at Eastern Regional and reserve heavy there at Kansas City. Lot 82. Who's got 82? The ugliest showman in there has got 82, closest to me. That's a wide awake, top shelf Affliction. The Affliction sow raised a reserve Division 3 at San Antonio in 25, and her littermate sister raised a reserve at San Antonio in 25. Littermate sister raises San Antonio 2025 Grand Champion Barra. And then lot 98, Bell, that's the one you got. That's a wide awake, top shelf next intention.
Well, as we said before at the previous sale, the Stevenson family is certainly one that's synonymous with winning Barra shows in the state of Texas, and they ventured off into raising a few of these things. And I think you've got a trio out here that represent the kind of hogs that Todd and his family used to show there and be so successful with. They're hogs that have muscle. They're hogs that have the right kind of proportions. They got some length of hip and some bend to their hind leg. They got some density to their feature. I think a nice trio here with some different endpoints possibly in terms of maybe how you want to feed those things. I think some, like Ben said earlier, maybe a couple that have a little extra size look like they could go a little faster. Some of them that are a little more moderate there that may have to go a little slower. I think a nice trio here from Stevenson.
Next two in are Tres Amigos. Brylan there in the blue shirt's got tag 62. That's a trust fund, snap that, timber. And then Trinity there in the black has got a trust fund, right one, nothing to hide.
I know the boys at Trace were excited to come, and they sent their number one man here to take care of these and bring these down here. I know that I'm assuming that timber sow that it's on the bottom side of lot 62 would be Nate's sow. They call her. There's been one of the best generators that they've ever had there. And I guess just to say this, a pair that you would expect to see from Trace in terms of length of body, proportionality, but still really bold and stout. Awesome feeding pair from Trace.
Bellamy brings in Trace's leadoff next. This is lot 14. Right Day, Trick Daddy on 3510, never before.
I saw this pig when I was at Trace's there a couple weeks ago for a guild sale, and Nate told me they figure they probably bring this pig to Lackey's, and I think a really neat pig. If you look back on the bottom side, those 35-letter never before sows for Trace have been a mainstay for them for a long, long time. Just a really neat colored, neat pig that's proportionally good, but still has the extras it takes to win on the big stage. Very, very nice pig from Trace.
Next in is All-Star, and LJ does a great job down here and always makes pigs that are right in the mix everywhere. Lot 27 is the Belt. That's a secured heavy hitter. First letter gilt that he got from Garrett out of his bred sale this summer. Sal's extended pedigree is a heavy hitter, quite frankly, also known as Hang Tight and Hold On's mother. Back on that timber sow that Ben just referenced there from Trace. The mace of this sow would include the reserve heavy cross at Fort Worth in 25 and the second to the reserve grand there at San Antonio this past year. The Duroc is 18-1. This is lot 72. Standing on business. Here's the deal. A mom raised a 5th overall Duroc gelt at Southeast Regional.
My buddy LJ here brings a good pair, and his leadoff pig there, little belted one, while he might not be a Denver show pig by any stretch of the imagination, looks like one that ought to feed extremely well. He's got a neat look and a neat skeleton. Looks like one that feeds very comfortably there into March. And then the red one comes out here, and much like the red one he brought there a couple weeks ago to the first Lackey sale, that one's big bladed, round bodied, and got a big square hip, the right kind of length of body for a red one there. Looks like he's probably got some versatility thinking from him as a red one there, whether he wants to be a lightweight in February or maybe stretch him there on into March. I think one that feeds awfully well here. Good pair from All-Star.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
Check, check, check.
Next in is Mays in God damn it, Mays in KP. Got a Chester 2-2, which is lot 37, the one that Jarrett's on, and then lot 79 is their spot male out here. That's a Gambler Titan.
For those, I guess, that are looking for breed hogs, and I think these are the right size to maybe even be February pigs or March pigs, but awesome pair from Mays and KP. The Chester's a Cream Dream box office, and then the spot pig, I think, has just an awesome feed look for a spot in terms of immaturity and look ahead of his blade. Really nice pair from Jared and crew.
Next in is Mike Steele, and we're glad to have Mike. And I tell you that Cole's been up to Mike's a few times, and Mike I know it goes to Jay's a lot. And Mike texted me a couple days ago and said he was coming to Jay's. Could he bring a couple pigs here? And certainly, I promise you, one of the nicest human beings you'll ever meet in your life. And we're certainly glad to have Mike here. The tag 40. Brylan, is that the one you've got? Is tag 40? Tag 40 is the belted one. That's a buckle up, no introduction. The mother of the threes would be one we call the grandmother sow around here. She had the reserve lightweight cross at the Central District Show. Grandmother to the bronze dark cross at OIE in 24. A boar pig purchased by Premium Blend Genetics, as well as a grandma of the champion Barra at the battle there at the perfect timing in 23. Lot 81 is a blue one that Jarrett's on. Well, hell. Anyway, they're litter mates. Sorry, reading is hard. But Mike's a great guy, has a great program. If you watch that boar pig sell for $475,000 at the exchange this year, that was Mike, and that came from Mike's program. And so anyway, glad to have him here, and once again, one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Certainly glad to have he and his wife here this evening. Well, Corey Atchison comes in next, and I tell you that if you watch pedigrees this fall and you've watched hog sale, you've seen the dog eat dog pig sale, the pigs out of nightcap sale, and they've been received well. Both these pigs are 15 litters. They would be out of those boars' mother. So cold-blooded, all-out war here to help. Comes from the deepest litter of our summer crop, and like again, all the stuff I just said.
Well, Corey's a younger guy, but certainly a guy that's doing an incredible job. And obviously, as you look down there pedigree-wise, and you just think about what these two pigs can eventually be, and what they represent, the quality that they represent, I think you certainly have to get excited. Not only from a sow standpoint and what she's been able to accomplish, but the cold-blooded deal's been very good as well. Those hogs have been very intriguing, had a very good feeding type look. I think a very good pair here. Make sure to take time to look in here on a pair that look like they feed with a little bit of versatility. Maybe I think of hogs that have enough extension. If you wanted to feed and go hard, you could, but certainly look like ones that feed very comfortably into March as well.
Bringing Fontenot Farms next, and Yimmy there without the hat is on lot 5. That's a nightcap, spread the word, and then Bell there with the red cap on. Yeah, again, reading is hard. Pair of litter mates, 31 litters, both nightcap, spread the words.
I think Jason alluded to what nightcap was from Atchison's, and a boar that Beanie and John bought there, and then ended up at Jason's. I would consider John and their crew very good friends of ours, and bears would just feed. I know that there's a lot of people in Texas and Oklahoma and Louisiana that are going to feed pigs from John, and time in and time out, he has something in the mix somewhere, a pair of pigs, I think, that look like what he wants to do in terms of length of body and stoutness, pigs that still have enough look and are comfortable in their skeleton. Really nice pair from John, JoJo, Yimmy, and crew.
Next in is lot 23 from Rutledge. Good Vibrations, DWI, dunked on.
Another good friend of our Beanie and Rutledge Reds. Sorry, I haven't had that much to drink, I promise you. But Beanie's focused on these red ones and doing a great job, and I would guarantee you that you buy red pig from Beanie, they're going to get better every day, and then he's competing at the highest level. Really comfortable, heavy structured pig from Beanie.
Next in is Swallow Farms, Moneyline, My Intention, repeat mating of the 3rd overall at LSU in 25.
Well, once again, a firm that certainly needs no introduction. Gabe and crew doing an incredible job, and time in, time out, those hogs feed for a lot of different people in a lot of different places, and certainly one here that's backed by a predictable pedigree that you see already there on paper. But I think a very good pig that's in a ring here that feeds very comfortably there into March. Got the right kind of proportions, the look and shape and muscle that you always expect from Swallow. The right kind of bend to his rear leg. Neat pig here from Swallow Farms.
Next in is Lewis Genetics. Bell, you're on 94. Bell's on 22. And that is that's 50-6. That's a leadoff heavy hitter. Mother raised a grand bear at the Montana State Fair this summer. And then the one there closest to me is lot 94. That's a Claus Urban Legend. Claus on an Urban Legend is the same mating that produced our reserve grand champion bear at the Iowa State Fair there this summer.
I would tell you, AJ and Kim and the kids probably had as good a run at the Midwest State Fair scene as anybody, and not just their kids showing at Iowa, but one Missouri, one Montana. The list could go on and on. I'm not going to bore you with all the details, but pig breeders that have put their head down and done what they want to do. This Claus deal's been awesome. AJ and crew raised Claus, and a pair of very predictable pigs, I'd say, from AJ in terms of just spread and their density, but they're very true in terms of their skeletal width. AJ and crew, again, awesome to have them here. Great pair from them.
Next in is 68, and I think this is Little Lewis's project here. This is a Big Daddy Boombox 38-4. Mother was a champion spot and reserve overall purebred at the 2023 Iowa State Fair. Mother of this boar also raised the reserve spot bear that was reserve grand CPS bear at Woodward, Oklahoma this past winter.
There's no doubt this was the most walk pig of the day. Colton likes his spot pig, and AJ said this is his project that he's been working on at home. He's damn proud of him, and I am too. Really neat spot pig. It has some versatility from a feeding window. Pig that's got a little more size, but still very, very comfortable, very opened up. I think if you're still searching for a breed hog that you want to show in February, he could fit that bill or ease on into March. Very neat spot pig from Colton Lewis and crew.
Next in is Leto Show Pigs. Bell's on 67. No, never mind. Bell's on 21, which is the one with the dot in his belt there in the center. 21 is an El Guapo, which is a boar there at Schley's. Wants and needs a pair of litter mates at El Guapo that we feel are the right kind that feed. Once again, reading is hard. That's a pair of litter mates, both of the same pedigree.
Well, Ty brings a very nice pair, and once again, when you think about Leto Show Pigs and what that name represents over the years and the amount of banners that they've hung across the entire nation with ones of this particular flavor, I think they've been as successful as any. I think a very good pair here that feed into the month of March extremely well. Whether you're looking Houston, Austin, OYE, I think a pair that have the kind of rib cage, extra kind of look, shape, and muscle when you get right up on top of them. I think a neat pair here from Leto.
Colby, where's Stanley? Lot 25 and 96. Bryce, which one you on? Okay. Lot 25 and 96, all the way on limited edition sister. Like once again, Trinity, the tall girl in the middle, is on 96, and then the tall girl there to my left with the white hat on is on 25.
Old Bryce has been on a run here with these red ones. I know he had a lot of success this summer with the canoe gilt, and boy, I think a neat pair. I saw this 25 come back from the wash rack today, and man, that looks like a March special kind of a red barra in terms of look ahead of his blade, but still stout skulled all the way. He's fed good this summer, had a lot of success. 96 is no slouch as a littermate. I'd tell you that if 25 is one you can't gather up, I certainly would try and feed that littermate as well. Very good pair of red ones from Bedeker here.
Next in is lot 70 from Bryce. No vacancy, Hibachi. Same dam as a reserve deer up there at Houston, shown by shown by Clift. Yeah, good ride up there, Bryce. Dam is also grandma of the Canalth gilt from this summer. That was very popular, as well as a limited access at Savage and All They Want at Bedeker Farms.
A lot of ad-libs there, Jason, but another neat pig from Bryce. And as I alluded to, that Canalth gilt was a very neat show pig this summer. Got along good at multiple shows there, and finished off very strong at Illinois. And then out of a sow that's made show winning barras in Texas. And I guess I would tell you, like, from a look and width perspective, maybe just as bold a red one as you want in terms of chest width and head shape. Looks like one that maybe could grow on you. Could be a February pig, Todd, I think, from that perspective. Good pair, good trio from Bedeker Farms.
Okay, a pair of littermates here from Underdog, Moneyline, Dirty Secret. AJ, which one are you on? AJ is on, I don't know why AJ's on the leadoff, but he is. AJ's on lot 36. The other one's 78. And once again, Moneyline, Dirty Secret. Mother would be our Dirty Secret sow. Okay, she would have raised Aubrey's Reserve Dark bear at Fort Worth in 24, which is a very good pig. If you didn't get to see that pig, that hog was very good. Would have raised Daddy's Secret Boar that we've got in house there at the farm. Littermate sister would have been just raised our D1 champion crossbred at Angelo this past year. Power in the blood to keep getting them to the backdrop. A nice pair here from Underdog.
Well, the crew at Underdog's done a very good job, and another firm that's done it across multiple breeds in different ways. And you got a pair of litter mates here that come from a very prominent sow line that's done extremely well for them, obviously. And I think you got a pair here that probably differ a little bit in type in terms of how you want to feed, pick them how you like them. I think you got one there. It's got a little extra look and presence, and one that's as stout-skulled and bold-middled and big and square in its hip as any that we've seen. I think a very good pair here that look like they feed very comfortably there into the month of March. Pair that possibly classify Hampshire there as well, if that's your particular flavor. I think a good pair here from Underdog.
Okay. Next in is 39 and 80. I'm doing my best to describe what showmen are on what. I got a text that says they couldn't tell what showman was on what, but Trinity, the taller person out here, is on lot 39. That's a Not My Monkey, quick trigger, no brakes. Bell in the red cap is on lot 80, 14-1. Not My Monkey, quick trigger, no brakes. I know it's a similar pedigree, different litters.
Yeah, dude gave us some footnotes on his pair of Polands. I believe the grandmother would be the mother of one of the boars that Beck bought there in the draft that has been very, very popular. I would tell you a firm that is without a doubt as consistent of getting Polands to the backdrop as any in the country and continue just to make them better. It looks like an awesome feeding pair of Polands that quite frankly, are stout enough and neat enough looking and not messed up. Look like they'll feed a really good pair from Staten Farms.
You know, the one thing as I've gotten to know Brandon better, the one thing I know about him is when he brings pigs down, they're typically the highlights of the sale in their breeds most of the time. And he brings a red one out, the one that he's on. That's 11-2, lot 26. That's an all-the-way work of art last drop. Same dam as Old Fashioned there that's at Kennedy's, and Grandma is a mate to sister. Grandma is a mate sister to deal with it. Great litter of pigs that includes our Kings 1 leadoff that lands at Premium Blend last week. If you didn't see him, that was a very, very good pig. The spot that Bryland's on there in the blue shirt is lot 71. That's a Not My Monkey. Van Wilder Big Bam. Full set of the champion spot and Reserve Grand Pure at 2025 Illinois State Fair.
Well, obviously, Brandon's a guy that's done an incredible job, and it doesn't matter if they're red, if they're spotted, if they're white with downy ears. It's he's certainly had his success as much as anybody in all three of those breeds. And as Jason alluded to there earlier, if you didn't see that red pig at Kings there last week, certainly missed out. That thing was awfully neat. The mate comes in here, certainly follows suit in terms of the type and kind of what that particular boar pig was. Got one here that hopefully for the folks in the crowd maybe ends up losing the seeds, and you guys get to take him home and show him. But a neat kind of pig there. Then you got a spotted one there that I think's got a very neat look ahead of his blade. He's extremely big and bold in the middle part of his body, big and square and shapely up high. That's a neat kind of pig. Like I said, a really good pair here from Yanis. Got a couple different flavors. Look like both of them feed probably me to me there pretty comfortably into March. Good pair there from Yanis.
Next in is which one is this one? That's 52. Young ladies there on 52. We got our would you rather discussion here in the ring right now. Young ladies on 52. That's a fuel. Play it cool, breaking rules. Damn here is rightfully. I don't know. She's traditionally made good feeding pigs that get better. You guys have just You got to know the backstory here to my jokes. Traditionally made good feeding pigs that get better the more days they have on feed. Lot 6, young man's got far and wide, 82.8 never before. Damn here is a lead the ways mom. Stuff's always fed out of here. Also, genetically speaking, she would be lead off and only in one way's grandma, and obviously those pigs have done very well.
I tell you what, Kyle's not here with us tonight, but sent a very nice pair of show pigs down, and obviously from a bottom side perspective, there is genetic giants in there. Kyle's won everything in the country, and this goes without saying, but a pair of pigs from Kyle that look very feedable. Not saying Kyle's pigs aren't feedable, but these look like they have an awesome feeding look and look like they'd be awesome March pigs for those guys judging at Houston and Austin. Or OYE. We got Okies here, right?
Next in is Boble Farms. Lot 2 and Lot 48. Rikers on Lot 2, Bell's on Lot 48. These are litter mates, cold-blooded, never before red 7. 10-7, which is the mother of these pigs, raised Tatum Beck's reserve hamp at San Antonio in 23, as well as Briley's second place cross at Houston in 24. And before Todd talks, I'll just tell you that my buddy, there's he and I have conversations, and all of us as hog breeders have conversations. All of us hate our pigs, and all of us get very discouraged at times about what we do and what we make. And I will tell you that maybe as excited as I've heard him about a pig in the last couple of years, and this is the first time I've seen him in the ring, and Ben, I would say justifiably so.
Well, my buddy Ben here sitting next to me obviously does an incredible job, and another one of those firms, as we've talked so many tonight, that just does an incredible job across many different parts of the country. And these two drop in here, and obviously I asked Ben if he wanted to talk him, and he has said no there. And then I looked down, see the notes, and that to this day is probably one of my favorite pigs that we've ever fed. Would be the mother of mother of this pair, and I think it's an incredible pair of pigs, and as Jason alluded to there, I think both of them are awfully good. There's one out here that trips my trigger pretty good in terms of one that just has that extra punch and stoutness that you expect from Boble, but yeah, with that has that extra look and just comfort as well. I think an awfully good pair here from Boble. Make sure you study in close here.
Next in is Ogle. Bellamy there in the red hat is on lot 4. That's a Claus Trick Daddy, and then Brylan is there in the blue shirt is on lot 50, 39-4 Hardball Top Shelf.
My good buddy Ogle was excited to bring this pair down here, and rightfully so. An awesome pair. I know Ogle had an awesome run at Texas Majors last year. He got a piece of breeds and divisions both at San Antonio and Houston, and man, his pigs have been really good this fall. A lot 4. He's a painted up, really neat pig. You talk about comfort with proportionality, and then the more traditional belted pig. Same whole truths for that pig. An awesome pair from Ogle.
Next in is 20 and 66 from JDF, and I've introduced Jared a couple times at sales, and he probably had per capita as good of a run as anyone in Texas did last year, as far as the way his pigs got along, and as many class winners, divisions, and breeds as anyone did in this state. Trinity, which one are you on? Trinity's on 66, the taller girl there in the white hat. That is 46-5. That's above all, circle back about time. The mother of the 46-5 is the aunt of Maddie Pedrosa's gilt last year, and a littermate sister of the Reserve Supreme at Texas Elite in 22. And then Bell is on lot 20. That's a Wintex 220. Top it off, circle back. The mother of 36-1 would also be Maddie's Berkshire gilt from last year. She was grand overall at Medina County, Reserve Champion Burke gilt at San Antonio, and Champion Burke gilt at Texas Elite.
Well, as Jason already alluded to, Jarrett's a guy that's done an incredible job, and we've got one of these older Berkshires on feed. We bought in one of his online sales earlier, and I can assure you that he's maybe one of my favorite pigs we have in the barn right now. That thing has come home and just done nothing but the right things. Those pigs from Jarrett, we've had the privilege of feeding here the last couple of years, and those things feed just so true and so good. They go home, they do the right stuff. They're hogs that grow and perform. They continue. Their skeletons are right. Their proportions are right. I think a neat pair of Berkshires here that for a breed, to me, in my opinion, it's been incredibly hard to find this go in terms of putting them together with that kind of width and squareness and flexibility, still having some stoutness of feature and the right kind of cage put into them. I think that's a very good pair there from JDF.
Next in is Bell. Which one you got? Bell is Bruff Land and Livestock. Bell's on 43. That's 17-3. That's a nightcap Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones sow is a mate to the Govers family Barra that was second in class there at San Antonio last year. And then Brylan there in the blue shirt is on lot 84. That's a high heat Paradise Rusty Cage. Extended pedigree goes back to one of the first sows we had at the farm. Grandma's a Rusty Cage BKS. 46-1 was the mother of Hold the Line that was there at our place a few years back.
I know Kobe and crew have dug in and purchased some really neat sows in the last couple of years and bring a different pair. The little one looks like an immature pig that would feed awesome, and the big one looks like he's got a more of a window that could be fed and be showed earlier. Really good pair from Bruff Livestock.
We doing all three? So we've got we're starting our G&S consignments here. Trinity there, the tallest girl out there, has got lot 60. That is 117.5. That's a Little Wayne, which is a hog that was there at JD's, I think. Ultimatum Tarantino. Dan was our pick of the breds at McCoy and Malcolm from the 2024 exchange. Grandma was a 4th overall cross gilt the Exposition a couple times ago. Bell, which one do you have? And Bell's got 90. That's 116.3. That's a power hour. Picture this. Next contestant. Dam's a very good young sow. Grandma would be front runner's mom that stood at Crossroads.
Well, one thing's for sure, when you get G&S involved, you know those sows are going to have a story, and you know those sows are going to be successful, and they're there for a reason. You can certainly hear that in the notes, is what Jason read here, and then you bring this pair out. One of them's a power hour, and that boar's been extremely good. I think as we went through sale season and noticed what those things are, I think this pig here certainly represents that extra look with extra shape and bulk combined with some extra feature, still a loose kind of skeleton. The bigger there on the bigger bear there on the far side looks like one that, as we've talked on a couple, I think one that could have a little bit more versatility in terms of how he's fed and where he may potentially end up. That's a big rib, loose built kind of show pig there, still stout in his skull and big and square in his hip. Neat pair here to start us off from GNS.
Next in is 12 and 59. Bryland's on 12, which is the blue pig out here. That's an. I'm sorry. Bryland's on 59. I'm sorry. Which is the blue pig out here. That's a white flag stamp. Garrett says he likes the pig. The Sal Wonder class there at the exposition at NJSS and had our best litter of light crosses averaging $9,000 this spring. And then Yimmy is on 12. Is that right, Yimmy? Yimmy's on 12, which is a belted pig out here. That's an unrivaled, tricked out on. Oh, okay. All right. That's an unrivaled on Power Hour's mom. Anyway, I just realized that. Dam has raised Power Hour, widespread, Plan B, and High Alert. She's also the grandma of the popular 96s this time that highlighted our entries at our sale and the established grossing over $130,000 on 5 pigs here recently.
Well, thinking back to Garrett's leadoff here at the last Lackey sale and knowing he's a 96 and it feeds back right into this blood certainly has to get you more excited. And then I think if you read from a pedigree standpoint, I don't know if you can talk about one that's more royally bred in terms of how he's put together, combining unrivaled with Power Hour's mom. That thing certainly has the look to prove it, the genetics to back it up. Very, very neat pig there from GNS. And then the blue that's out here with him, that thing is stout and he's square and he's mobile in terms of how he's put together. Love the shape of that thing's skull, the shape of his blade and his arm. Got a big loose hind leg. That looks like a good feeding blue one to me that fits extremely well here later in March. Good pair here to finish us up from GNS.
Next in is 10 and 57. Mesa's on 10. That's the white pig out here. That's a white flag. Next intention, never before. And then Grace is on 57. Grace, what's that pig? Grace is on 57. That's a hits different, wide awake, saved by Grace. Notes say wide awake is a mate to wide open, and a saved by Grace sow that raised high heat along with Price's class winner at Houston in 24.
Not sure what else there is to say about Stauffer's. They had one of the most unbelievable runs that anyone could have in the Southwest last February and March, and they bring an interesting pair of pigs. Their lead off, the White Crip, is one that I would tell you that he's a little bigger and rawer, but man, that pig is stout in terms of his forehead and his skull and his bones. Man, if you don't like pigs that are going to be stout in the end and you miss on that one, I would tell you that you're missing out on the champion Yorkshire somewhere. I don't know that I agree totally with Levi's sale order because, boy, I like this belt one pretty good. His different sire to Grand Bear there at San Antonio that obviously myself and Hilty were very, very fond of. That looks like not only just an elite show pig, but a good feeding pig and one of the squarest built ones that's come through the ring. Very, very good pair from Stauffer.
Next in is lot 19 from Stork Livestock, Stranglehold money line out of a first litter sow we purchased from Crane, or that they purchased from Crane at the established. This Dash 7 male has been the standout every single day of his life in the nursery, and my favorite one that we've raised to date.
Well, Macon's a very good friend of mine, and he does an incredible job, whether it's raising pigs or raising show goats. He's one of the best stock guys that I know in anywhere from that standpoint. And I think Macon brings us a very neat pig here. I remember that one's mother when she sold there at Established last year, and Macon's good at stepping out there, grabbing the females he wants to progress his deal forward. I think she's done extremely well here. Brings us an extremely neat show pig. Man, I like that thing's look and presence. Thing draws up so incredible from the side in terms of his lines and his proportions. Extremely comfortable with big muscles and big legs. Neat show pig here from Macon.
Next in is Sloan. This is lot 8. I'm going to let the guys talk the pig. I don't know. All I would tell you is that if you've paid attention to Chesters, I really, in my opinion, the 3 of the best Chester breeders in America are in this building tonight, and they can argue over Chesters because I really don't care either way. But I do think this pig is very good. Pitmaster WD-40, custom made. Dam comes from the Pig Planet Litter of the Year. Good job, Troy. And arguably the best Chester litter of all time. Grandmother is bougie.
I would tell you, if Sloan comes to a pig sale and leads with a Chester, he must tell you something about how much he likes this pig. And I probably shouldn't be talking this pig because one of the breeders that Jason was alluding to is sitting to my right. Another one's in the crowd that brought a Duroc and Spot, and I agree with Jason 100%. 3 of the absolute best Chester breeders in the country. This pig's good. I don't know where he shows at. I think if you want to win the Chester somewhere or buy you a herd boar, sell you some semen on him, I definitely would get on this one. And side note, Sloan's shorts are dirty. He actually was working today. I witnessed it, so for those that don't think he does anything, that Leo does it all at the farm, Sloan actually did work, and boy, his showmanship skills are on point tonight. Good pig from Troy Sloan.
Next in is lot 54. This is a power hour, pat this, tell all. Mom's a $25,000 purchase from Sweethearts. Grandmother was 5th overall there at the exposition.
Another pig from Team Sloan. Leo's on here. A 54 would be a power hour. I know power hour is the board that Jason and Schwecke and Sloan bought last year. And another pig from Sloan that's very predictable in terms of what he brings to the table. Short-bodied, stout skulled, but still very, very comfortable in his skeleton. Looks like the good feeding ones from Sloan, but still has a very, very high ceiling. Again, another awesome pig from Sloan.
Next in is lot 88 from Sloan, another power hour. This is a power hour. Glory Days tricked out. Mom's a Glory Days on Pass the Hat's Littermate Sister. Our best litter of the season, including the $22,000 King's Boar and the 13. Yeah, it says $13.50, but I highly doubt that. I'm assuming $13,500 gilt online.
Missed a zero there, Sloan. $1,350 gilt. That'd be a steal at Sloan's. Troy brought us an awesome trio and another pig that's desired by Power Hour. Man, the Power Hours, in my opinion, have been good. We went back and used him quite a bit. Their feedability and their ability to cover the basics in terms of skull shape, forearm shape, body shape's awesome, but still have just an awesome rear leg and just range of motion. Another very, very nice pig from Team Sloan.
Next in our two Ashwekis. Lot 89 is a spot. Nope, it's not. 56 is the spot. It's a Mr. Irrelevant, the answer right now. Winning in the pedigree, and if you paid attention to the spot breed, Mr. Irrelevant had a very, very good summer. The answer is another boy we raise here that's a reserve at San Antonio. Sorry, the reserve at San Antonio and reserve at Houston, a couple other sale makers. Lot 89 is a Belder one out here. That's a power hour. Here I am. Young sow that had a really good litter at Kings this spring. Yep, that's these two.
We hadn't got the chance to feed just a bunch of them from Zach, but the ones we've had have fed extremely well. I think you drop in a pair here, and one of the spotted flavor here that I think's got a lot of neat things about him in terms of feature and rib shape. Got a big square hip. Obviously, Mr. Irrelevant is one that's had an incredible summer, as Jason said there earlier, and certainly one that's backed by a pedigree that and a firm that is no stranger to success in the spotted ring. The belted pig comes out here, and man, that thing's got all sorts of shape and look up front. Got a big square hip working in him there as well. I think a pig here that feeds low and slow for you there into March. I think a nice pair here to start us off from Schwecke.
Pair of litter mates coming in here next. Unrivaled, no stranger, breaking rules, charm. This sow's done an awesome job making high-dollar gilts and males, and a sow we've been building around. This spring, sired $85,000 net worth at Laird's, and $11,000 champion D1 gilt at Iowa. Bellamy, they're in the black shirts on 9, and Brylan is on 55.
As we get our other pair of Schwecke consignments in here, I think another pair that you expect to come from Zach in terms of that kind of length of body, that kind of feature and skull when you step around the front side of them, and hogs that are big and square and loose behind, the way they get out and go. I think a very neat pair here. Once again, pair that feeds very comfortably there into March, and whether you're hunting for Houston, Austin, or OIE there, I think hogs that feed extremely well. Note there on a couple of them, there is a little extra white there in places, so make sure you note maybe not, as you can see on camera, may look Hampshire Classen, but I don't know if either one of them are, but a good pair here from Schwecke.
Next in is MT Hart, and Matt had an awesome run last year. And I would give you a preface, and I'm not even going to read the notes, but I know what this 34 is out of. He's still standing, and that sow won the light crosses there at Elite last year, and was definitely one of the more unique pigs at that show. And Matt says in here, the only white male that they had born this summer, and I know that they've got a stamp and an appreciation for that breed and try to make as many of them as they can, and that one certainly is a very good representation of that program. The spot is 24-3, the one that Trinity's on, obviously. Lot 76, Ragweed, Remain Silent, Loudmouth. Mom's first litter this year resulted in the 5th overall spot gilt at San Antonio, 4th overall spot at Texas Elite, Texas bred class champion Angelo. Grandma's a full sib to the champion spot in Texas Elite, apparently the year I judged. Okay.
Well, I know Murdoch's coming off a big weekend last weekend, having a pig sale there in San Antonio, and certainly had someone at home doing chores while him and his wife and his family were there. I know it's been hard for those that are looking for white ones this fall, and I'm not going to tell you that this one's got to be a Barra Boar option on this one. Very, very good white pig that checks so many boxes, but has some very, very far-reaching pieces. Not to take away from the spot that looks like a spot that could be a February pig, could be a March pig, has lots of quality. Awesome, awesome pair from MT Hart.
Next in is Corb Farms, lot 28 and 73. Lauren's on 28, which is the Calico. That is White Flag, Game Time, Tricked Out. And then Fallon is on 73, which is the Belted Hog, Stud Monkey, Shock and Awe.
Good pair here from Corb, and just glancing there to see if we had any notes on sows or anything like that. But David's obviously one of those guys that once again has had an incredible run in a lot of different breeds and a lot of different things over the years. And he brings a pair here tonight that look like they're very good feeding pigs that'll feed there into the month of March very, very comfortably. Calico pig's got a neat look and a right kind of shape to his skull, big square hip in him. The belted boar pigs probably got one's a little more exotic in terms of his look up front, extra shape, big and square when you step in behind him. Good pair here from Corb.
Next in is Lauren. You're not going to drive Gossett's pig? Okay, very good. Next in is lot 38. I don't know. Gossett's farming, apparently. Next in is lot 38. This is Gossett's entry. This is a driving force, next intention. Mother's littermate to the Division I Barra at North American in 22.
Our good buddy Jay Gossett's not here this weekend. I guess he's farming, working at home, and he brought a fast pig that has the type of muscularity and width and power you'd expect from Gossett. Still has a good look. You have his blade. Hope Gossett's having fun at home.
Okay, next in we've got Winter Livestock. Lot 97 is the red one. That's the one Trinity's on. Somebody told me they can't see the shirts online. So Trinity's got calico shorts on. That's lot 97. That's the red pig. That's the 121-1, a Ford understatement. Okay, and then the Chester Bellamy. I guess I could just read this. That would be easier. Bellamy's got the Chester. You can look at their ears. Bellamy's got the Chester. That's a white buffalo hired gun. And then Brylan out here has got the Yorkshire. That's a Snowman white hot.
What you'd expect from Tanner and Sam and crew there in Oklahoma. They had, in my opinion, one of the best pigs last weekend. They're at Kings 2 that they sold there to Jay and Will, and bring us another very nice trio. The red one there looks like a pig that, to me, looks like a February, March type of speciality. Chester had a little ear problem today, but it looks like one that would feed immature, neat looking. And then this white deal that they've been doing there in Oklahoma, they have lighted the world on fire in terms of just Yorkshire classifying pigs that lighted the world on fire there, Todd. I couldn't get it out. They have been lighting the world on fire, Tanner.
Lit was the word you're looking for.
Lit the world on fire.
Have you used a microphone before?
Yankee talk, sorry. The Yorkshire's a good pig is what I'm trying to say. They've been goddamn hard to beat.
.4-H and FFA show here, Ben. Thanks for coming. Next in is 4M Show Pigs, and those guys live right around here, and I tell you, they do a very nice job, and they've had very nice pigs at all of these sales. A Poland classifying one that, as these guys have alluded to, are very hard to find. This is a Raven Times Squared. Raven will be a stopwatch Titan sister that Brady and Jennings sold there at PT last year. The Times Squared sow would be a littermate to a class winner at Houston in 24.
Well, as Ben said earlier, Mikey's personality lighted the world on fire and brings us a good Poland pig here he's been telling me about for quite some time, and certainly one that has the quality that you'd certainly expect, and a very neat pig that's got the right kind of look. I think to me he looks like one that probably gives you a little versatility and maybe where you want to go with him, and maybe Mikey would think differently in terms of how that thing's put together. But to me he looks like one that could be a lighter weight one in Feb, or maybe show there in March as a big one, but a good Poland classifying bear. It's big and square in his hip. He's tall-shouldered, got a neat look ahead of his blade. Nice pig here from 4M.
Next in is Cassie and the Steve Cobbin family. This is lot 29. Blue Magic, money's on. Littermate to the $17,000 blue that they sold at Established. His money's on Mother's Litter. They kept multiple litters. They kept multiple littermate females. I would tell you, if you've seen these Blue Magic pigs, they've been very good. That's the boar that Cobb and those guys raised that sold at J Sale, I believe, right? At King's. Yeah, sorry, that was great information. But has raised some very good pigs here this fall.
Jason was taking all my lot information I was going to talk about. Blue Magic, I thought, was a very neat pig there at King's too. That Cobb sold, that Tanner and Sam bought, and I saw this pig's picture on Facebook today, and man, I was excited to see him. That's a neat look ahead of their blade, and a great big stout skull, but still very loose and comfortable. What you'd expect from the Cobb firm pig that has a very, very high ceiling, in my opinion.
Well, Chad's already admitted to me that he's at home watching football, listening to us. So, and his notes here are great. There's no footnotes. So, way to go, Chad. Lot 13, Chad's Yorkshire Male. And I would tell you, one of the most intriguing pictures probably that we saw pop up on Facebook this week, a Yorkshire classifying male, one way, which is a hog there at Moyers, no stranger.
Well, certainly one from a pedigree standpoint that doesn't read that he should be the color that he is, but he comes out here, and I think his phenotype in terms of his skeleton and how he's put together, I think certainly fits the mold in terms of his extra look and his extra extension, and yet one that is so stout at the ground and big and square in terms of his hip and good in his rib cage. Like Jason said, saw that one's picture pop up on Facebook earlier. Well, certainly one excited to get here and see. I think a very nice pig here to start us off from Reynolds.
Next in are 61 and 91. Pair of littermates. Heat Index, which is the boar there at Moyers. Mom is a tricked out. Once again, Bell is on lot 61, which would be the one in the black shorts, and then the one in the leopard print shorts is the one on 91.
Calico shorts. Good job, Trinity. Now, a nice pair here for Reynolds, and I know the Lackey crew feeds a lot of these things from Chad, and they get along so well. And this looks like a good pair of feeding hogs for the month of March to me. I think hogs that certainly have the power and stoutness that you'd expect coming from Reynolds, and yet they got that exotic look up front as well, big and stout at the ground, square in terms of their feet. I think a really good pair of dark crossbred show pigs here from Reynolds.
Next in is 31 and 74. Okay, yeah, Brylan there. The one that doesn't have calico shorts on is on 31. That's a Power Hour Rusty Cage. That pig's mom would be the mom of Stranglehold and Still Standing there at Top Cut. That pig would be sired by Power Hour. The other one, lot 74, is the one Trinity's on. That's a Stranglehold Slaps. The mother was reserve heavy light cross at Angelo in 24, and grandmother was a really good bred sow purchase from Colson.
New pig breeders to the state of Texas, and definitely some people that have invested in the right type of sows and bring us an awesome pair of feeding ones. I would tell you, in my opinion, I think these look like ones that could be February type of show pigs. Immature in their look, but still square and bold underneath. Very nice pair from Landon, Tyson, and Riley.
I went to one of Corey's sales early in the spring, and he had told me what he'd done, and he's got a litter mate to Power Hour and Widespread, and bred those to Stranglehold, and he's got a pair of those here. This is lot 24 from Corey. Once again, Stranglehold, Wide Awake.
Well, I know my buddy Corey's been excited about these pigs for a minute, and like you said, his sale earlier, he's been talking about this litter for a minute. I think a very, very good pair, and if you know Corey, you should know that those hogs feed as well as anybody's in the country. They're hogs that have the right kind of maturity pattern, and they go home and they continue to just get burlier and denser in terms of how they're put together. This one looks like a really good feeding belted show pig to me. I love his skeleton. I love his body shape, the right kind of muscle texture for one of Corey's. That one looks like one that just goes home and continues to do the right things. I think a very good one here to start us off in Corey's trio that he brought us this evening.
Lot 95 is the belt. Lot 69 is the calico. Lot 69. Trent, that's the calico, right? Yeah, that's a Stranglehold Wide Awake. Once again, a litter mate to the one that we had there in the last pen. A litter mate to Power Hour and Widespread. And then lot 95 is the belted one in here. Stranglehold, 99 Problems. Mom's a mate to the reserve hamp at San Antonio in 24.
Calico comes out here from Rains and mate to the one that's just in here previously, and I think a very neat pig. And while he may not be the color that everybody just reaches out and tries to put on feed, I know that's a very, very good pig, and he looks like one that's going to feed extremely well. The right kind of skeleton, the right kind of maturity pattern. Once again, shape, muscle on point, good skeleton pig. That one looks like he's got a very high ceiling in terms of what he represents, and a good feeding pig. The belted one was one I was visiting with Corey with about back here, and if you remember that bear of Reed's there that was reserved at San Antonio, man, that thing was dense and stout and burly all over. I'm sure that sow's the same way. This one looks like he's going to be one that just continues and goes home and does that. He's got the extra look and extra shape to be one that continues, but yet he's big and his tail root still got big feet and a big claw spread when you step in behind him there. I think a good pair here from Rains.
Next in is Byers Farms, lot 7 and 7 and 53. Bell there is on 7. and Trinity's on 53. Pair of litter mates, Throwing Hands, Fit for a King, overruled.
I think Jason commented earlier about three of the most talented and influential Chester breeders are here and have some very neat pigs. And Todd, we've had we've got the chance to feed some of those from Todd and had some success. My girls have. And then Todd brings us an awesome pair. Man, this his lead pig is just a different league in terms of look ahead of his blade. The flag-tailed one's just awesome looking and still has the skeleton and stoutness and structure. I think that looks like a very, very elite show pig. Boar, barrel, whatever your heart desires on that one. Oh, they're crossbreds. Sorry. Didn't realize that. I guess I wasn't looking at the pedigree, Todd. So they are crossbreds, which makes them even better. From a perspective, or I guess, hell, if you want to have a Chester boar that's a crossbred, you can do that as well. So lots of flexibility of this pair from that perspective.
Troy Cole comes in next with a white male. Lot 30, this is 47-2, white flag, French kiss. The white flag deal has been incredibly hot. 10-12, French kiss is our best generating style in the place, hands down. Last litter yielded class winner at Austin, second place at Austin, Texas Elite Gilts, fourth overall light cross, sixth overall lightweight dark cross, and reserve grand overall there at Lee County.
Well, that's a lot of notes there that Troy gave us there to read, and I think a pig that certainly deserving of the accolades and obviously backed by a sow that's done an incredible job. That looks like a very good feeding pig for the month of March to me. I think, once again, you talked about one that's got the right kind of maturity pattern. The white flag deal's been awfully good, and he's consistently made him with that kind of head carriage, that kind of mug, that kind of feature and hair. I think that pig does that to a very high degree, does it with an awesome rib cage and a big hip. When you step in behind him, it's square and true as he goes. Very good blue pig here from Cole Farms.
The Duroc in here that Trinity's on, that's lot 49. It's a lava rock creation. Ben likes the pig. Bell, what are you on? Bell's on lot 3. The one closest to me here, that's a heat index on a shame tell-all. Grand Dam is a litter mate to a second in class that Weston showed at Houston in 2021. And then lot 87 is the belted one that Bryland's on. That is a belt buckle, quite frankly, the king. Belt buckle is a litter mate to the bronze dark barra that Riker Johnson showed at OIE in 2025.
Interesting pair for Moyers and very, very high quality. The red deal that has exploded there, and they've had some of the very, very elite show bearers and guild show in the last couple of years. And I would say that, man, if you're hunting for a really stout red one, this one fits the bill. I can't believe that Ben Moyer brought stout pigs to Texas. That's a surprise to me. We've got a pair of belted ones. One that their lead pig that's a very, very neat pig, a very good lineage on the bottom side. And then the belt buckle deal, the other pig, we use that pig quite a bit, belt buckle, and those pigs look like they have an awesome feeding look, presence, but still have the buckle up stoutness, feature and bone. Awesome trio from Moyers.
Who's got 42? Okay. Out here, the I guess the Brylan, the girl in the blue shirt has got 42. Trinity's got 83. This is a pair of litter mates still standing, and I would tell you that the lineage is very familiar to me. The bottom side of this is Claus, 39-2, 96-6, 81-1, 44-2, and probably no one in this building other than Rhett and I care about what that represents, but I would say that at our place, it doesn't get better than that pedigree. Every winner that we've had, most of the winners that we've had go back to that pedigree there. Again, I could read all this lineage, but I would tell you that, at our place, that set of sows and that group of sows and what they've done for us. Soul's Mother's in there. Actually, 91-3 is in there. So basically, the boards at Top Cutter in there. Every good thing that we've had over the last couple of years is represented in this pedigree with this 8-litter that the Easters bring to us tonight.
Well, Neil and Bryce are very good friends of mine, and they've really gone out there and tried to put together a set of females to get this thing going, and they've turned them over quickly. I was excited when I heard that they bought this gilt out of Troy's sale there last year from Jason because of what Jason said, because of her pedigree, how she was put together. We got to feed her in our group, and man, she was fun to feed. We got to see these things when they were on the decks there a month ago, and they were awful exciting there. It's been fun to watch them mature, see how they continue. Their lead-off pig there, man, that thing's stout and bold and powerful all over. That one looks like he's got the big pieces it takes to be awfully competitive. And then you take his brother, and he reassures you of what that other one might ought to do, because that thing is awfully neat in terms of his skeleton, his look, and his presence up front. His length of hip and bend to his hind leg is exceptional. Right kind of muscle pattern. It looks like one that's going to feed extremely well. Good pair here from E6 and the Easter family.
Next in is the start of our consignments. This is a nightcap CC76. The grandmother of this pig was the mother of the Granite Austin this last year.
Well, obviously, me and Jason were just talking about pedigrees of his pigs and what they represent. The nightcap boar is one that Beanie and John sent over, the Atchison raised. And I tell you what, in terms of a pig that has that much feature, in terms of his skull and his head shape, and then from there back, that's a round-bodied, stout pig that is immature in terms of his bone work. A pig that looks like he'll feed awesome. Upside on this one's to me is a big-time type of show bearer. Awesome way to start the sale here tomorrow night.
Next one in is one of ours as well, lot 45, Yorkshire Male, Thunder Roll, CC76.
Jason and I were talking on the phone the other day, and I told him how excited I was to bring the pair and bring our set to Texas. And he mentioned to me, like, man, it's been a long time since we thought we had a white one this good, and I couldn't agree more than what he said on the phone the other day. A pig to me that has just that type of skeleton that it takes to win in the big stage. Lackey's obviously had a great run last spring, and one that, man, if you're wanting to win a Yorkshire show, this looks like one that can do that. Heavy bone, loose, stout-headed, great in terms of his mid-cage, awesome type of white one.
It's I guess it's pretty suitable that Bell drives the next one. This is an off-the-chain, top-shelf jet black. The mother of this pig is a half sib to her pig that was reserve Berkshire there at San Antonio last year.
Another good pig from Lackey. I had the pleasure, I guess, to judge the Berkshires there at San Antonio, and I thought it was a very good show. I thought there was a runaway champion, a runaway reserve, and this pig is similar bred. I guess the mom is a half sib to the mother of the Bell's bear that was reserved there at San Antonio. I don't know where this pig fits in terms of size, but I think that if you're looking for a Berkshire, I think, Jason, it could be a February pig or a March pig. He does that, but let's focus on the quality. A pig that for this breed is immature, he's stout, but he's still very, very good in terms of his skeleton. Very nice Berkshire pig from Lackey.
Next in our last two Trinity's on 85. That's a stranglehold, CC76, unashamed. And then Browland would be on the smaller belt there. That is a nightcap splurge, intentional. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Browland's on 47. The smaller pig in here. That's a trust fund heavy hitter. The mother's a litter mate to the Grand at Austin last year, and that sow actually would have won the last division there at LSU last year for Will Rutledge, and then Trinity's on 77.4, which is a stranglehold CC76.
I noticed in the last Lackey sale that Jason had a very nice set. One of my favorite pigs in that sale was towards the bottom of his sale order, and I think he's doing that again here with his lot 47. Boy, that pig hits me good when he hits the ring. In terms of just his squareness, his look ahead of his blade, he's short-bodied, he's stout. Then we got a bigger pig here that looks immature, looks like he'll feed. Very, very nice set from Lackey to finish off our preview. One more to go. One more to go.
The last one in here is our last lot 81 lot 86 81-4 nightcap splurge intentional.
Another pig from Jason that reads like the good Lackey pigs that have fed so well for so many people across the country. Immature, neat looking, but very good in terms of a center body. Awesome set to end the night. Say it.
Hello.
Hello.